again. I mean the same stuff because it's the same day. Okay.
We recorded 2 episodes back to back, and I got my shades on because I'm a dehydrator.
Just bear with us. Apparently, I did not introduce the episode right the last time. So please remember to rate, review, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Ding, 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 ding. See, I should remember. Ding, ding, ding.
You didn't ding, ding, ding.
Those fucking glasses are taking me out.
It is.
This is juice.
Yes, there's no alcohol.
There's no alcohol on this version.
Well,
on part 2.
In her cup, we still got alcohol in our
Well, I don't know. I couldn't taste her cup, so I'm not sure.
No,
it's always better when you're
I haven't eaten today, so I had to.
You had some chips. You had some chips.
We fed you chips. Don't be acting like we don't feed people in here. We feed
Chips and salsa.
Sure.
It wasn't enough, apparently. It ain't soaking up like goddamn.
Right. I thought it was going to be more here.
I thought there was going to be more.
You know.
No.
You talking?
Don't be coming over here thinking you're gonna get all charcuterie board or some shit.
A nice charcuterie board would have been nice.
They'll never have waffles snacks. Yeah.
We fed you waffles once.
Maybe a little sandwiches cut up in little pieces.
Can we get some cucumber sandwiches?
Right. Yeah.
2022, we'll have a budget.
Get that 2022
What's it called when they get a famous person on something? There's like a
Craft
ledger
service?
or a craft service.
Craft services. Where's craft services
Right.
at?
Like I want
Production don't do shit but hit fucking play or record. Go get a fucking sandwich for us. Where are you? Are you there?
Yeah, you are.
Bitter's been here over and over, so there should already be
There
something
should
in place.
definitely be something here for me.
You should know that there's not.
You should exactly. You've been here long enough to know that we are not feeding you.
I'm about to go to the fridge and get my macaroni salad.
Unless we're eating pliables.
You guys are assholes.
Delicious.
All right, so bear with us. We are slightly intoxicated, but we are going to talk about 2022
Ooh.
and all of the goals
Yes.
and all of the things that we have going on.
It's a lot going on for 2022.
So, what do you want to talk
So
about?
much.
Who wants to start? I said, what do I talk about?
I don't know.
Everyone's humble.
Right now.
You start.
You want to talk about my businesses?
I was gonna say I'm gonna add fingerprinting to my business.
We'll start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Of who you are and what your business is.
Okay, well, I am a mobile notary in Pennsylvania, specifically in Philadelphia County, serving Philadelphia, Chester, Montgomery, Berks, and Bucks County. So in addition to doing the mobile notary business specifically for real estate, but I do general notary work. But my bread and butter is the real estate side of things. I am going to add mobile fingerprinting because apparently that is something that has been monopolized by a woman in Center City. And I'm about to take her business. Okay.
Can you explain the
I'm about to take her
whole?
business. Well, okay, so the fingerprinting thing, that is something that is apparently very much needed that I did not know about. And it is something that is definitely gaining traction, has gained traction over the past year or two. So for, if you want to get a job with the FBI and things like that.
Okay, because we do that at the company that I work at. Okay.
Okay, so there's
awesome.
a lot of places that they say, okay, they'll notarize this in one place, but you got to go here to get the fingerprinting.
Right.
So it's and that place is in Center City. You know, first of all, the traffic in Center City, the parking, nobody want to deal with that. So I come to you and you pay a premium for me coming to you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're not paying for that parking. You're not dealing with the
I
bullshit
think
ass
that's
traffic and all that stuff. Yeah. So there are people that have been interviewed who had good full-time jobs, started that fingerprinting business and decided to do it full-time and quit their regular 9 to 5. So I'm like, and you know, same thing with the notary side of it. People had good jobs, left them, decided to work for themselves full-time. So that is the road that I'm on right now. But yes, the fingerprinting, adding that to my repertoire is going to get me to finally leave
Oh, that's awesome.
the
That's
corporate
great.
world officially. So that is a major thing for 2022 that I am trying to start. Thank you very much.
is awesome.
You know, it doesn't sound like much, but apparently
No, that's a lot.
very lucrative.
Everyone used that. Yeah,
Very
that's
lucrative. So yeah, getting contracts with the IRS. I mean, with the FBI. Also, PennDOT apparently needs people, but I believe you need to have an actual storefront. So I'm trying to get more information on that and research that. Also, what I'm looking forward to in 2022, God willing, if this COVID thing just finally just dies the fuck out, is doing a sister trip to Italy. Her and I are trying to go to Italy this year.
Nice.
We've never done a trip like a solo trip with just her and I. So, and that's a place that her and I have wanted to go. So, I'm hoping to go to Milan in 2022.
Oh, I love that. That's nice. Yes. That is awesome.
Very much looking forward to that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, when you guys go, you got to give me like pointers on where to go. Yeah, love that.
I was just thinking about Puerto Rico. Like we just had we have so much fun when we went to Puerto Rico together.
Yeah, every time we take a trip, when we went on the cruise,
we're a good fucking time.
Puerto Rico, yeah,
Where are we going?
We are all a good time.
going to Key West in May. I have never been on a trip with my girlfriends in the many years that we've been friends. Never been on a trip with them, and we're finally all going to go to Key West together. May 2022. God willing.
Awesome. I would love to go. You know, I'm always good for a good time. I'm here always for a good time.
They got straight flights now.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, direct flights.
So that's why we're hopping on it.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, as we get closer,
Okay. Well,
sure.
I guess I'll, since Jamie's in the whole real estate as well.
Go ahead, slide right in there.
Yes.
That pathway.
right in there. But I am, I guess for 2022, I'll be more segue into the home lending portion of the world, which I love. I live and breathe when it comes to real estate. So I work for a big financial company that I'm going to be doing home lending for. So going into 2022, working hopefully with Jamie.
her and I have a lunch meeting.
But but just kind of, helping everyone and you all with your home lending needs here in Philadelphia and in the all over the domestic of United States, minus Alaska and Hawaii.
Damn, I was just gonna get that house in Hawaii.
Yes. But I would definitely be able to help all of you when it comes to your home goals. But not only with that, but I also have a property management company, which comes the whole entrepreneurship. And I got this lovely shirt from Melanation.
ShopMelanation.com.
Plug there. But I also have a property management company and going on to a couple different properties for 2022, which is also going into the works as of right now and hopefully closing for next year. And we're in the works. So it's a lot of things that's coming on for that. What else? There's a lot.
So busy.
It's a lot going on.
You're talking, I'm remembering other things that I've talked about with Mel, and there's several things coming up.
But like I said,
I'm already tired for 2022. We busy.
Right, we haven't even started. But like I said, I live, breathe real estate. It's something that I truly enjoy, passionate. I could literally work an 80-hour week doing it and not feel like it's a job at all.
That's right lane.
Exactly. So I'm also wanting to get into the whole concept. I have a business an LLC that I'm trying to get into, a nonprofit, into just teaching you all on home ownership and just kind of educating everyone that you all can own a home, because to me that is where your generational wealth begins. So if you are the type that's maybe not into investing or maybe saving, but real estate is the key where you can pass on to generation. So that's just one of the things that I am passionate and just want to really teach everyone about. So that's just kind of where I'm trying to go into 2022, is really with the real estate, property home ownership, and just education.
Yes.
You can hear it in your voice.
Yes, I'm just
you're excited.
Tell me more.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Adding on
Adding on to
to mine, yes.
Yes, go ahead.
You and I starting a signing service, God willing, next year.
because I also am a notary.
Yes, she has
Darling.
also become a notary, and I would love to be able to dole that work out to other people while we make money sitting at home.
Passive income, passive income,
Passive income.
Multiple sources.
Multiple sources.
multiple streams
Multiple
of
sources
income,
of
passive
income.
income, real estate, all of that.
And
You know,
then from
FYI, I
there,
am a notary as well.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You were a notary before both of us.
that's right.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I can't technically use it for where I'm at right now, so I'm just
you can
sitting there.
still use
Right,
You can
exactly.
still use it
You
as long
know,
as you're commissioned.
slide me in there somewhere.
So we started saying
Right.
Right, we can start it all three together. Hey, why not?
I'm just saying, right?
Exactly.
Write it down.
Yeah, the Latina. Hold on. The Latina
Write it down.
You never know.
connection. Hold on. And then also getting an investment property together. We talked about that
Nice.
recently.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, then talk to me.
And then you
I'll
come
give you
in from there.
some tricks and whatever you call it.
Tricks of the trade.
Exactly. This is where the
The
drinks.
tricks of the trade, honey.
Yes.
In addition to Italy, Australia. But
Australia.
Oh, we gotta talk about Australia.
y'all gonna have to do something about them flying spiders. 'Cause I don't do it.
What can we do about the flying spiders? man?
That's my
When can
greatest
you go?
fear is the
That's what you
spider.
have to figure
Right.
out. what
If
to do.
anyone's been to said Australia,
Or lives there right
Somebody
now.
doesn't think it exists.
please let us know if it's real.
Right. How many of y'all live in Australia now? Just
Take a
comment
picture
below.
next to the welcome to Australia.
Little kangaroo.
Geotagging.
You want to go
Oh my
in?
God.
I would love to go. next.
Go for it.
Okay. So, just from the last episode, we talked about potentially opening up a restaurant, and we wrote it down because I think we're pretty serious. Like even as we're
I'm gonna
saying
put
it
a
as a joke.
star next to
Right,
it.
like we might be laughing, but we're dead
Yeah,
ass.
Like I was on Zillow looking up the price and everything.
We already know how much it costs. We all gotta go have it.
That's it. We're good.
But so in 2022, I will be officially leaving the 9-to-5 world.
Yes.
Jesus.
Deuces.
I'm the last one left after that. Last
Me
one.
and my sister are going to be opening up a body contouring studio in Philadelphia.
Oh my gosh, yes. We need that.
We we did.
I volunteer as tribute.
I said the same thing. I said, let me know because I am going to be there.
me, baby.
Right. Yes.
Lord.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Right. Me too. Me too.
So we'll open up early 2022. An opening date is not official yet, but it will be way before the springtime.
Bitch, the lease is signed.
The
What
lease
you
is signed.
talking about?
It's happening.
Yes.
What you talking
Yeah.
about?
We have the scrubs, okay?
It's already done.
I've been trying out some products, getting myself snatched. So
Wait, did we tell you about the twerkulator?
what can I tell you about that?
I think you got a lot of people's attention with that one word.
When do you find out about the twerkulator?
You just made up.
Just hold on to that nugget. Just hold on to it. We'll explain more at a later date.
Yes.
So that's for 2022, and in addition to that, with Beachbody, just continuing to level up and rank. So this year I leveled up to what we call a diamond.
Nice.
And I was able to meet not only my mentor, but other girls and women who were in that same level. We went to Disney, we met each other, we had a great time at our mentor's house that probably a whole bunch of people would think like, she doesn't exist and she doesn't have time for you. We are the #1 team on
Hello.
Beachbody.
Say it again.
Yes.
The #1 team on Beachbody.
So continuing to level up through there because I love doing that. So anything that I can do with that,
It's become your life. It's become a part of your life. Like how you start your
that's
day.
how I do everything now. So
I would say just a little plug. that in the morning when I wake up and I'm scrolling through my stories and I see Jocelyn, she already woke up like an hour before me.
Workout is done.
It's definitely a motivation. It's definitely a motivation. So yes, thank you.
I don't know who that girl is anymore. This girl does not sleep in.
Right. I still, I get up at like 6, but she's already been up.
Oh, she's been up already.
She's been up already.
4:30?
Yeah.
4:30.
So I'm up at like 6:30, and I'm already looking at her story of working out.
Her quarter of her day is done.
Yeah. So it's definitely a motivation.
I love saying, and this isn't like bragging in a bad way. I love saying that by the time the sun comes out, I've done more things in that time than most people have done in their day.
Yep.
Yeah.
So for me, by the time the sun comes out, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, you get a lot. At 7 a.m., I'm already got a Marco Polo telling me how many things you done went through. I'm like, I'm still looking at it like, wait, what?
My hair's in a bun and I only have earrings on, but I'm telling you what's going on today
Right.
because I already know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love it.
So good things for 2022.
Yeah, yes.
So for moi, my plan, there ain't nothing on here, girl. I'm just making sure that I kept the order. But for 2022, my plan is to continue to grow my Shop Melis Nation business, getting into...
Which has been very successful by the way, in a very short period of time.
I'm excited. I don't want to say like I'm surprised because I'm a bad bitch.
Right.
But I am excited. I'm excited that other people are excited about the things that I create. I think a lot of people, if you're creative, you're very sensitive about what you create and your work. So I think it took me longer. I think without Roy, I probably wouldn't have even started the business because he always pushed like, "This is amazing! Like you got such a."
I love that
his
though.
noise canceling headphones, but for me, when I create something, I'm like, "Oh, I really like this," or "I really love this," or whatever. And for him, it's like, "Yo, people are gonna love this shit." Like he's my hype man. He hypes me up, but
he's like he sees that.
He sees it. He sees
You
it.
don't
Like,
see it, and he sees it. Like whereas
He sees it before you
That's
do.
So
awesome.
technically, he bought me a business because that was my Christmas gift from last year.
The cricket.
The cricket maker was my Christmas gift, and I
You
turned.
hear that, cricket?
I turned my cricket Christmas gift into a business.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's where I'm at with that. I want to continue to scale that business. I want to get into some home decor stuff. I want to get into some embroidery things. There's a lot of things that I want to do with that.
Oh, the home decor business would be
Yeah.
Oh my God.
yeah.
For sure.
I'm piggybacking off of you. I am a mobile notary as well. I have not been doing any loan signings, but I am trained to do them, so I can do some real estate documents. But I feel like I'm putting more of my focus into mobile general notary work right now, just because things are slowing down. It's the end of the year, but I'm gonna keep pushing that. And then with the podcast, we are going to be starting Basic and Boujie Podcast Presents. And
Tell more.
We're going to start out with Bitter's Morning Report. So, essentially, if you want to start a podcast, or if you had the idea to start a podcast, or you just want to try it out, we're going to give you the opportunity to test it out. Before you invest into the equipment, before you do all those things, you have an idea? Let us share audiences. And we'll give you more details about that. But
That's awesome.
You're going to be on there with the morning report. I'll touch more on this later, but Al, who was on our episode with his wife, will be doing a 3-part series come January about their story. We might get Johnny on here. She got lots of knowledge to share with the people. So it's just like, it's fun. Like, let us all grow together. Let us all grow together. So that's all. Just a couple of my things.
So what you just said reminded me of something that Al said. Like when as you're getting bigger and better and more successful, you don't want to forget about the people that were there for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So if it's always like keep your hand reaching backwards because you want to help bring people along with you. It's lonely at the top. Nobody wants to be lonely. And when you, God forbid, but we're not always going to be at the top forever. Right. You want to be able to find that support in people that you supported and now support you and vice versa. So
It's not lonely at the top if you bring people with you.
Right.
Drink to that.
I think I don't know. I feel like sometimes it's a Philly thing of like, I'm not gonna share this with you type. Like it's just
I
like that.
hate
Like,
that.
I feel like it's a Latino thing too.
Like go figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
I actually think it's just a people and all gender thing. It's just where people don't want
an opinion on that.
Only because I'm like, and I feel like it used to be a people thing, but in my experience as a travel nurse and being in other places and being around other people, whether it's culturally or just like being in the South or wherever, Philly is fucking mean. Okay,
it is. I just think that people just don't want you to be better than them. So I just think it's I think it's a people thing.
But don't do better
Right,
than me.
Exactly.
Good, but don't do better than me.
But to me, it's just like, this is my knowledge. This is what I've done. This is the wrong things I've done.
Right,
I don't want you to make this mistake. Do this. This is what I've learned. This is what you can do. Don't do the same mistakes I've done. Right. And I'm always happy to do that. I don't care if you end up, getting, it's for me, it's real estate, but you end up getting like 5 or 6, 7 or surpassing or becoming this real estate mogul. I'm going to be happy for you.
And that'll motivate you.
Yeah.
They got that knowledge from you and look what they did with that. So then that makes you self-reflect like, well, I can do more as well. If that's what you want.
Exactly. I think just some people just don't want to get that knowledge because they're like, oh, I just don't want you to be better than me. Mm-hmm. Right? Because if you're better than me, what can I offer?
Right. Exactly.
And I don't think that's the case. Right. You were able to be better than me because of the knowledge I was able to give you. So I think people just need to stop it from there. To me, I think it's just a people overall. People just don't want to share that knowledge.
And none of these markets are saturated. There are
yes, like it's saturated. There's 100 million people.
I always say, look at and I've seen this years ago, but look at the bread aisle. If you look at the bread aisle, there's different companies for different type of breads. They're all doing great. They're all different
bread.
Right.
There's not one type of anything.
Right.
Go to Target, go to Walmart, go down the lotion aisle. There's 2 fucking aisles of different lotions.
Right. Exactly. There's always going to be a niche. It's something that you have to offer that has to be a little bit different than what the next person offer. And that could be your customer service. That could be, whatever you offer. But that is what determines where someone's going to go to you versus the other person. So don't think that, this area or this is it has to be a niche for what you're offering.
I can't do this because everybody else is doing it.
Right.
Be different. Be better.
Right.
But as far as different races and how they deal with giving you information, prime example, Bernard was when he was deep into the production world and learning certain things, he asked his Black counterparts, hey, can you help me learn this? Gave him the basics, and then when it got into the deeper stuff, it's like, well, I bought the program for this, and I had to do this and this, that, and third, and then you kind of got to do that and do it on your own. He asked his white counterparts, and they were more than happy to help him. He took like 2-3 hours out of his day, sat with him, walked him through the entire program, and now he's taking that knowledge and making money, elsewhere.
And that's now, how many times have we said time is money? So somebody taking 3 hours out of their day to teach somebody else a skill that they're monetizing off of, like that, it's hard to find people like that.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10 is white people that are willing to give up that time to help you out. You gotta open your mouth and ask questions. You gotta do it, but that's something that unfortunately, he struggled with because he wasn't getting the information needed from people fellow African Americans. The white folks
asking,
help them out.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I feel like now maybe it's different. Maybe now, and it's like really who you talk to and who you know. Hopefully things have changed. Hopefully things have changed. I mean, I'm always a positive, thought. Hopefully things have changed. Hopefully if you do have knowledge of something and you are an expert of what you do, you're willing to share what you know so the next person can be able to prosper into that field. so they can become like you or better. And if they are better, you shouldn't feel intimidated, right?
You should be like, I did that. I hope that. You should be proud of that.
So literally, like, hopefully you're listening to this podcast or watching this podcast that will let you, hey, I am an entrepreneur and I've been doing this for so long and I've been doing great and my tax returns are positive and, I can then show someone else be a mentor to someone.
Right.
I think we should be at a different point of our lives where, we talked about generational curses, right? Break those things. And that should be a break, right? We should literally help everyone else to be just as great, especially when it comes to being a minority, right? We should be great. We should be able to share everything with each other to be just as great as a whole. We're so being able to we're so, I guess,
programmed like mine.
Exactly.
Mine, don't look at
perfect word. Programmed to be so separate from each other. We should be able to work together as a team. Just because you do the same thing I do doesn't mean that I have to stop from you being great because you may mess with my numbers. Right. No, we work in two different, areas, or I do what I do, you do what you do, and we should be both perfectly happy with that.
I agree. I agree. I feel like we're in the hustle mentality. So people will, and I speak for myself, I've taken the time out to learn my Cricut machine, to really invest the time to do the research, to do those things. And I've had people ask me to help them, and I've helped them as much as I can, and then I see they're not doing anything with it. Well, now I feel like you just disrespected my time because I took time out of my day to help you, and you did nothing with it. And now you see that my sales are increased or whatever it is, and now you're back in my DM like, oh, can you? No, I gave you time already. You did nothing with it. But it's just that people see you doing something and be successful at it, and it's just like, oh, teach me. But that didn't happen overnight. I just said I got that machine Christmas of last year. We're in December of this year, and I want to say I really started making money off of it in September, October. A lot of people don't even want to put that time in and be consistent. And there are certain people, friends, family, whatever, that have asked me, and I'm like, I know your personality, and I know that I'm gonna tell you go here, and then you're gonna be like, and then what I do next, and then what I do next. I can't walk you through the whole thing because nobody held my hand either.
Right.
So on the flip side is I will always help. I'm always willing to help, but I'm not gonna help anybody more than you're willing to help yourself. Right. Number one. Right. And number two, you have to be careful of people that will just leech off of all the information that you have, and it's just like, I need more. At one point, we have to figure out the balance of okay, I've given you, the first half of this. You have to be able to figure out the second half. Yeah. I'm here for questions, but I can't tell you put your name here.
I'm not here to hold your hand.
I can't do that.
I am not
that kind of time.
I'm not here to hold your hand.
Just as simple as register, getting my reseller's license. So I'm like, first of all, it is free. Just go on the website. A lot of people are like, oh, how do you get to the warehouse? How do you get those low prices? I registered. I got a reseller's license that was completely free. You just have to figure out the website and register, and then you get your license in the mail, and then you can go to a warehouse and buy things for the low.
Google and YouTube are a beautiful thing, people. They can answer a lot of your questions.
I'm like, with the amount of time that I spend on YouTube learning shit, I just feel like.
So I think with
just tell me the answer. Give me the blueprint. Right. People want the blueprint.
So when it comes to the business that you're in, maybe just generating a spreadsheet and then charging for that spreadsheet.
And I'm fine with that. I'm like, I would do a class. I would even do a basics class for free. And if you want to do more, then you can start paying me at that point. But I can show you the basics for free.
Yeah, because I get a lot of calls where they're like, okay, I want to purchase a property. What did you do? How did you create the LLC? How did you do the property management? And I'll sit there with, friends or whoever and take my time for half an hour. People will apply, and then people will apply the what I've told them to do, and then some people won't. And I get what you're saying because it becomes exhausting.
Right, you're like now my
Yeah.
cup is empty and I can't pour into the things that I need to do for me because I've been helping everybody else.
And your cup
So I said, right,
never.
Yeah.
never be
Definitely
empty.
not.
Yeah. So kind of what I do now, depending on what I can and can't do, because I was that person, like I said, was a people pleaser, right? So if you needed something that it came into real estate, but I didn't cover that aspect, I would try to look in all aspect
Now you're
of
trying
what
to figure it
I figure it out.
Instead of saying,
and then I could
know
come
that.
right that I could come up with. So now what I do is, because I do, you know, I have connection with different people that covers different aspect of real estate. I'll say, okay, this is not technically what I'm specialized in or what I know of, but this person
But I
may.
can refer you to blah blah.
Yeah, you could look with this person.
And
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good way to see if people are serious or not, because people may come to you because they're like, I'm gonna ask Shadi. She helps all the time. I'm comfortable talking to her. But if you tell them this is not my level of, you know, this is not where my level of expertise, but I can send you to Jos, and they were like, okay, and they never called Jos.
Yeah.
They were not gonna do nothing with it because they just asked you because they were comfortable asking you.
Yeah.
Literally the other day, because I was always like throwing opportunities my way. He calls me the other day and goes, "You want to make a quick $80?" I'm like, "What I gotta do?"
Right.
What I gotta do? But it was just, long story short, it was just somebody that needed a flyer made, whatever, and I'm like, cool, I'll do it, blah blah blah. And now I'm developing a relationship with that person who's a new business owner in the city of Philadelphia. She don't know it yet, but I'm gonna let her know. Oh, also I have a podcast. If you want to promote your business, come on here.
Yeah.
Just to let everybody know, if you're in the city of Philadelphia or surrounding areas and you have a business that you want to promote, you can come on this platform and promote your business for free. We don't charge for that because we believe that we should all be growing together.
Right.
Like that's something that we really, really believe in. So you want to talk about it, because it's funny when we reach out to people to ask them to be on here. I'll see a lot, or I'll hear a lot of, well, I was waiting for you to ask me. Close mouth, don't get fat, come on the show.
Ask us.
Right.
It's funny because I think
I'm surprised though. Like, I feel like business. Okay, number one, if you have a business, you should be outreaching, right? You should be
marketing something yourself.
You should already be doing this. And if you're not doing this, what are you doing?
Thank you all so much for listening. Come back next Monday for part 2.